What's up, U.S. history? Okay, this message will be super brief. It's just a little bit of like advice for the exam and how to use my study guide. So first off, the study guide that I posted is not an assignment. You don't have to like complete it and submit it to me, nothing like that. It's just there for your benefit. If you've been coming into class, if you're in school at all this week, I think I announced it to everybody that I would have had in class at the time, but I had print copies of it, okay? Print copies of my study guide. You're welcome to take one. If you're working remotely from home, well, then you would have the digital copy that's on the Google Doc on that post that I threw up this week. How I would recommend you use it. So my exam is 55 questions, all multiple choice. If you look at the study guide, there is 55 items on there, and they all correspond directly with a question on the exam. Now, they're slightly, worded differently. It's the study guide version of it, but each one of those is a pretty much verbatim like question, the essence of it on the exam. Now, I would strongly recommend that you look it over and you check out, if you have a paper copy, that's probably how I would want to do it, but you can do it on your own with, your digital copy too. Look over each item. If you feel like you know it, you have a pretty solid understanding of it, well, you're good to go. You know that information. You probably don't need to look into it or contact me. But for any on there that you're like, man, I'm not quite sure. I don't really remember this, or maybe I didn't watch that particular lecture. You have until really this Friday at the end of the day, to send me an email, or better yet, to come on into school and come ask me about them. I plan on Thursday and Friday this week, the second to last week of school. I'll be fielding questions for anybody that might be in class. But of course, if you're working remotely, all you really need to do is send me an email and ask me, say number 8, number 14, and 22. Those ones I'm not too sure on. I will point you in the right direction and tell you what lecture to go to, and or maybe just sum it up for you and essentially give you the answers to it. Now, if you contact me with an email and say, I want you to go over all 55, I'm not typing that all out on an email. I do expect you to do some work. And if you've been slacking all semester, well, hey, you made your bed. Now it's time to lay in it. But I will go over anything and everything with you in a conversation. So if you actually come into school, I'm happy to sit down and go over everything that you may need. If you do have a lot of questions and you're working from home and don't have the option to come in, I don't want to type everything out on an email, but I would schedule a Zoom or a phone call with you. So feel free to take me up on that. I know everybody's in kind of a different situation. You're in high school now. It's on your own to get prepared for the exam. Anyway, the exam will be posted first thing Monday morning, and it will close on Wednesday afternoon. In any emergency cases, I would allow people to take it on Thursday, the last day of school, but I'm hoping everybody has it done prior to that. Next week, we'll be doing the exam and getting your journals submitted. Those are kind of the big things. And then maybe any late work the rest of this week if you missed any assignments that you needed to get to me. So use the study guide wisely. Like Mr. Spink says, time management, get the job done, get yourself prepared, and then be off to a great summer break. If you have any questions, concerns, anything like that, just reach out to me and I'll get back with you as soon as I possibly can.